And just one more from me, Beterbiev Bivol, the rematch. What a great fight that is in Saudi. How do you see that playing out, Saudi?
It's going to be a really good fight again. Both are great fighters and
Do you see yourself fighting a light heavyweight again?
Canelo is now training with Dmitry Bivol, a move that has sent shockwaves through the boxing world. The sight of the Mexican superstar working alongside the man who handed him his most decisive loss is as unexpected as it is intriguing. There's been no official statement, no grand announcement, just the undeniable reality that Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed super middleweight champion, is making moves that strongly suggest his business at light heavyweight is far from over.
How old were you when you first walked to a gym?
9, 10.
So with you, it's over 20 years.
Yeah.
And with you, it's 20 years as well, nearly 20 years. Or
28 years.
Yeah, so long, isn't it?
Yeah.
This intriguing development comes at a pivotal moment for the light heavyweight division, which is on the verge of crowning an undisputed champion for the second time in just a few months. Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol are set to face off once again on February 22nd in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, with all 4 belts on the line. Their first encounter was a grueling tactical battle that ended in a majority decision for Beterbiev, making him the first fully unified 175-pound champion in over 2 decades. However, the verdict sparked debate, as many believed Bivol's sharp counters and masterful footwork had done enough to neutralize Beterbiev's relentless pressure. Now, with even higher stakes, the rematch promises to be an all-out war.
Either way, but you know, what happens, happens. However it goes, nobody won nor lost the fight by 4 points, so that's ridiculous.
Canelo, like the rest of the boxing world, is keeping a close eye on the highly anticipated rematch. In an interview with Fight Hub TV,
I'd prefer if we have a couple rounds more.
15 rounds?
Yeah.
Old school?
Yeah.
But you told me you're not a student of boxing, but now you're talking about 15 rounds.
Yeah, but because I'm not a good boxer, I need more rounds.
You need more.
he shared his thoughts but remained careful not to pick a side. It's going to be a really good fight again. Both are great fighters, he said, keeping his response neutral, perhaps because his own future could be influenced by the outcome in Riyadh. This isn't just another fight for him. It holds personal significance. After all, he has stepped into the ring with one of these men before.
I don't care what happened before, I just new fight, a new challenge.
Let me ask you this. When you are not on camera, do you shake hands and smile and joke? Do you? No?
No.
Will you shake hands for me to?
And the result remains a rare blemish on his otherwise legendary career. In May 2022, Canelo moved up to light heavyweight to challenge Dmitry Bivol for the WBA title, a gamble that didn't go his way.
Brother, okay? But I think Bivol win more than 2 rounds more. I don't know why the result like this, but in my opinion, I will focus and I will try to do the rematch.
At the time, Canelo seemed unstoppable, having completely dominated the super middleweight division. But Bivol was no Kovalev. He wasn't an aging veteran with exploitable weaknesses. He was a prime, disciplined technician who refused to fall into Canelo's traps. That night, Bivol dictated the pace, absorbed Canelo's best shots without ever appearing hurt, and executed a near-flawless game plan.
Difficult between Mayweather or Bivol, and why?
I think both are similar. Just Bivol is bigger, so I think Bivol.
He boxed intelligently, controlled the distance, and secured a clear unanimous decision victory. It wasn't a blowout, but it was decisive. There was no controversy. Bivol was simply the better man in the ring that night.
Very happy if this fight happened in professional, because, you know, I believe I can give him something in professional. I can give him very good fight.
After his loss to Bivol, Canelo returned to 168, successfully defending his undisputed crown, while Bivol continued his dominance at light heavyweight. But even as Canelo ruled his division,
When I was a kid, my father didn't like my fights. Even I made a good fight. My coaches didn't like them for 100%. And I got this habit because it helps you to improve, yeah. If you see...
One question always lingered. Would he ever return to 175? Could he rewrite that chapter? When asked about the possibility, he didn't dismiss it. Asterisk, maybe I will. Asterisk, he said, keeping the door open.
Your thoughts as it was unfolding?
I think it is at least for Bivol, for the two fighters like my brother.
Now, with him training alongside Bivol, that asterisk, maybe asterisk, is starting to look much more serious. What does this mean? Training with Bivol could be a strategic move, a chance to learn from the man who handed him his most decisive loss.
Think about rematch. We should ask boxing fans, do they want this rematch?
Yes.
If they want...
Break down the details of that fight and develop a better game plan. Or it could signal something even bigger, an early step toward another campaign at light heavyweight, perhaps even a front row seat to study Bivol before a potential rematch. It's rare for fighters to train with former opponents, especially when the stakes remain this high. If Canelo truly has his sights on 175 again,
I thought Bivol won that fight, to be honest with you. It was a close fight. It could have went. Couldn't have went either way. I feel like Bivol won most of the rounds. He controlled most of the rounds, and his combination punching was better.
Do you think he wins the rematch?
I think he does.
Yeah. Is it different, or do you think it's more?
I mean, I don't.
Then the outcome of Bivol versus Beterbiev on February 22nd could directly influence his next move. Their rematch, coming just months after their first meeting, has all the makings of another classic. Beterbiev remains boxing's most ruthless finisher.
I want a revenge. I want to be winner. I want to win him. But I mean that I lost and I don't like it. I want to win.
A relentless force who has stopped every opponent he's faced. His power breaks wills, and his pressure systematically dismantles even the toughest challengers. But Bivol is the one fighter who has proven he can withstand that storm. In their first fight, Bivol frustrated Beterbiev with lateral movement and quick counters, keeping him from settling into his rhythm. However, Beterbiev eventually broke through in the later rounds, doing just enough to sway the judges. With how close their first encounter was, this rematch feels like a completely different challenge.
Already know each other, and I'm in a new phase. I didn't lose before, but now I want a revenge.
Bivol now understands what it takes to go 12 rounds with Beterbiev, just as he once figured out how to handle Canelo. If he can make the right adjustments, disrupt Beterbiev's momentum, and avoid getting dragged into a firefight, he has a real shot at reclaiming his belts and re-establishing himself. As the most dominant force in the division. But that's a Beterbiev, at 39 years old, knows his time at the top is limited. He won't want to leave any doubts this time.
If you had have got the decision on the night and it had been tight, would you have given Artur a rematch?
Why I should think, what if this, what if that? We are in reality now.
Like you ask him about if he give me a rematch,
yeah.
I think no.
You don't think so?
No.
Why do you say that, Artur?
I think like
just your...
And that sense of urgency could make him even more dangerous. The sight of the Mexican superstar working alongside the man who handed him his most decisive loss is as unexpected as it is intriguing. There's been no official statement, no grand announcement, just the undeniable reality that Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed super middleweight champion,